And it gets crazier. We are on a 15-minute break. Got to get back into the courtroom very quickly. I sat at 12 o'clock directly in Kelsey's line of vision. I watched her testify. I watched her deny that Tory threatened to shoot her. I watched her confess that she lied to the police when she said that. The reason why she was lying to the police, the investigators, is because she wanted to protect herself. OMG. The rest of the testimony that we just saw in the after lunch session was a prosecutor holding on for dear life to a recording between her, a police investigator, and another LA County prosecutor, and Kelsey, and just replaying that recording and saying, Kelsey, didn't you say this? And Kelsey saying, I did. Kelsey, is that true? And Kelsey saying, no, I lied. Did the LA County prosecutors give Kelsey immunity? I think so. They did, didn't they? That's what I reported this morning. That's what I saw in this courtroom. Does Kelsey sound like a believable witness? No. Is Tory Lanez accusing her of being the shooter? Yes. I'll tell you something. That jury, most of them, it looked like they had their mind made up. I don't know which way, but they saw that person say that I lied about all that to protect myself. They're going to hear that there was gunshot residue on her.
What's up with YouTube fam? I'm back again with another video. Look, man, hey, my boy, he just walked up out of the courtroom with these bona fide facts, and I do want to say I appreciate him for giving us this news immediately right after the shit happens, and that way we got full details and full context on certain situations. He giving it to us quick, fast, without all that extra stuff, and I'm the same way, so we going hand in hand. I really like that, you feel me? But basically, long story short, I know some of y'all already done seen it over the internet that Kelsey is just sticking with the Fifth Amendment and trying not to say nothing, and it is kind of iffy about why she's doing that, because Meg did just say that Tory offered her and Kelsey $1 million apiece, and you know, Kelsey just basically just said that Meg is lying. She exposed that she was lying and shit like that. Now, this is from other sources, but I'd rather hear it from my boy because he right there and he give it to her just how we want it. So let's go ahead and get into this whole situation. They dropping these goddamn updates back to back to back. Boy, I can't even keep up. I can't even get my regular content now because they saying so much shit so fast about all the situations that's taking place. But yeah, man, you know, and I also want to say that, you know, a while ago when I was just saying in my other video that with this guy, some of y'all was saying, it was just a very few, but you know, some of y'all was saying that, you know, he has a bias in this situation, but people are failing to realize that this guy is a defense attorney, so he's going to pick apart people's lies and things like that, you feel me? Now, I do feel like he has a slight bias because he feel like Meg is lying, but hey, we really just don't know. He is keeping it even on both sides, well, all three sides, but it is what it is. Let's go ahead and get into the whole situation and see what the hell really going on with these updates. I got another update too. It's at the end, but I ain't got time to sit there and listen to all that shit, man. My patience is short, you know what I'm saying? And if they do get the trip about the video, I'm gonna take it off of here because, I mean, shit, really, everything that we need to know gonna be right here. But, you know, oh boy might break down certain things extra, you feel me? So let's go ahead and get into it real quick and see what's going on. This goddamn saga that they got going on, man.
Oh my God. When we walked out of that courtroom just now,
God damn.
Every single person was shocked. Every single person was frozen. A lot of people were looking at me like, bro, tell me what is going on. Kelsey took the stand. Before she even started talking, there were fireworks. This started with Kelsey coming in and saying she is invoking her Fifth Amendment right to remain silent and not testify. When someone invokes the Fifth Amendment, they have to be invoking it because if they were to testify, they would be giving testimony that incriminates themselves. She said, I will not testify because I would be giving testimony that I'm incriminating myself. That's what it means when she invoked the Fifth Amendment. Now, the government offered her immunity. They said that we will not prosecute you and use this testimony against you, so please testify. Her lawyer came back and said, well, that's not good enough. I don't want you to just not use her testimony against her. I want you to confirm to me that you will not prosecute her for any crimes arising out of this instance, out of this situation. The prosecutors said, yes, on the record, we will not be charging Kelsey for anything that came out of this incident. And then she testified. I'm going to go over the whole testimony in the next video, but here's the piece that we just left off at lunch. The courtroom is just, I can't even explain the tension. They asked her, at one point, did Tory ever say that I'll shoot you? And she said, I'm invoking my Fifth Amendment right, which suggests They asked her, what's the context? When did he say, I'm going to shoot you? She said, I invoked the fifth, which suggests that the context was Kelsey was doing something, perhaps Meg was also doing something that would incriminate her. That's the context. That's what I get from it. That's my opinion. That's my read of it. For those of you who have been telling me that I'm biased and that there's only one angle to this story and that a man pulled a gun and shot 5 times at another woman and that the prosecutors haven't charged him with attempted murder, but I'm biased. If you believe the story that a man pulled a gun and shot 5 times at another woman, he hasn't been charged with attempted murder, and now you have another woman in the car saying, I plead the fifth. You heard the bombshell from this.
Hey, look, that's crazy as hell. I guess they in his comments calling him biased as well, but you know what I'm saying? That's crazy as hell. I just said something about that. Like I said before, he's an attorney, so, you know, might seem biased, but he really just breaking shit down that way people can get a better understanding on it. Now he getting aggravated talking this shit, you feel me, trying to say what he really feeling, so let's get back into it, though.
Morning. Let me catch you up on the rest of Kelsey's testimony.
Yeah,
they asked her how she's feeling. She said, I don't want to be here. They asked her, what's triggering you? She said, quote, lies from Megan. She was asked, what lies? That I betrayed her, that I am a bad friend, that I took hush money. She was asked, how do you feel about the allegation that you shot Megan? She said, that's ridiculous. She was asked, how did you meet Tory Lanez? Me and Meg both met him at the same time at a Rock Nation brunch. She continued that after they met, Meg wanted to hook Tory up with Kelsey, that did happen, that Kelsey and Tory were engaged in an intimate relationship, that Kelsey got COVID, went back to Texas, and during the time she was back in Texas, having left LA, Tory and Meg started getting it on. They talked about the night of the incident. They got to Kylie Jenner's house around 3 to 4 p.m. She was a great witness, by the way. She answered everything extremely knowledgeably, extremely truthfully. I believe every word she said. She never seemed like she was trying to hide something, except when she pled the fifth, of course. Now, she's clarified, this was not a party. Those were just people hanging out. There was maybe 5 or 6 people before Tory got there. There was a lot of alcohol. She said at one point she did pass out when she woke up. Tory was there. They were all in the pool. They were having fun. She confirmed a lot of the speculation. Tory was hooking up or trying to hook up, flirting with Kylie in the pool. Meg was very agitated, trying to leave with Tory. Tory did not want to leave. She contradicted Meg's testimony. Meg said, oh, I don't remember ever leaving once and then coming back. Kelsey testified they all got in the car. They left without Tory. As they were going, Meg is rambling, being just weird, and then says, oh, I forgot my slipper. Let's go back. They all go back to get her slipper. Then they grab Tory. Kelsey didn't go in at that point when they went back, but when they came out, Meg came out with Tory, and Meg said to Kelsey, bitch, Kylie told us it's time for us to go. Tory drops the bombshell that he had been hooking up with Meg. Kelsey did not know this. The first time she learned this is in that car. That's when the argument ensues. That's when just lots of arguing is going back and forth. The prosecutor really tried to pin it down and make it look like the argument was only between Tory and Meg, and Kelsey was adamant that nah, everybody was arguing with each other. It was a mess. She confirmed that Meg was dissing Tory's career, his skills as an artist. This stuff all crescendoed. The prosecutors asked her about, was there ever a threat made by Tory to shoot? She said yes. Prosecutor asked her, what's the context? She said, I invoke my Fifth Amendment right. You can only invoke your fifth if the testimony that you are compelled to give will incriminate you, meaning that the context around the threat, if Meg will not tell us, if Kelsey tells us, it would incriminate her. We are done. Kelsey is not done. She will be back tomorrow for another day of testimony. In fact, the opening direct examination by the prosecution of Kelsey started in the morning. It's still not finished. It's going to continue to tomorrow, and then we'll get cross-examination. Let me catch you up on what happened. Kelsey testified that everything that she had told prosecutors and investigators before, suggesting that Tory had shot at Meg, was a lie. That she did it, why? To protect herself. Why was she protecting herself? She didn't want to incriminate herself. And then there was this back and forth exchange that just kept going on. They were saying the same thing to each other. I don't know why the judge allowed it. The prosecutor's like, why? She's like, to protect myself. Why? To protect yourself from what? And she just kept saying, to protect myself. Finally, they moved on. The prosecutor's story basically comes down to this. They're introducing evidence that Kelsey seems to deny, but then doesn't seem to deny, as far as Tory making offers to say, hey, I'll give you this money when they're in the car and the police are coming up behind them and there's a helicopter overhead. Tory's like, yeah, I'll give you $1 million. Don't say anything. And she's like, I didn't take that. I didn't know what he was talking about. And then there's another meeting that happens later on between Tory and her. And she says, I didn't take any money. But she, at the same time, doesn't deny that offers were made. The other part that prosecutors are using and hanging their hat on are messages after the shooting where Kelsey is communicating with other people, including a key text message where Kelsey says, Tory shot Meg. That was sent to Meg's security guard. For the cross-examination, what I'm looking and expecting for the defense to do is basically pin Kelsey as the shooter. They're going to start with the gunshot residue. They're going to say she's got gunshot residue on her. And then they're going to start pointing out to all, and there are so many, I don't even think you can cover them all, of the inconsistencies in the stories between Meg and Kelsey. One of the biggest inconsistencies that I can't make any sense of is Meg says that she was out of the car alone. Kelsey says, no, we were both out of the car. She said that today in court, we were both out of the car when the shots happened. Kelsey vehemently denied that she saw any type of shooting, and she kind of kept saying that there were just gunshots that went off. She did not admit how. I think a juror is going to go one of two ways. A juror is going to look at this and say she's been paid off, she's lying for Tory, Tory is a criminal mastermind, guilty. I think a juror might look at her and say she's trying to protect herself from incriminating herself about being involved in this shooting. And so she's lying, and maybe she's the shooter, and that's enough for me to say reasonable doubt the prosecution hasn't met their burden. We shall see. This case is not ending anytime soon.
Hey, look, man, I don't even want to play his part no more. Fuck all that, man, the other dude, man. But my boy, he just laced us up with them facts. Now, look, like I said before, I don't have a horse in this race. I'm not here to pick nobody's side on none of this shit because we wasn't there. Everybody else is lying about something, in my opinion. I'm going to stick with it. But I am going to tell y'all my real opinion once everything come out. But as far as of right now, I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to victim blame. Tory can be a victim, Kelsey can be a victim, Meg can be a victim. We all just don't know what the hell going on. And how Tory can be a victim is of someone lying on him. We just don't know what's going on. And don't take it that I'm saying that is true. God damn, some of y'all like y'all slow or some shit. I said that I don't know, and this might be this and this might be that. Man, y'all better go on somewhere with that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Not my supporters, but the people who be coming in new don't know what the hell going on or how to comprehend, move around with all that, man. You know what I'm saying? But I want to know what y'all feel about everything in the comment section, man. Hey, I feel like that it is some weird shit happening with this case. It is very strange. It's awkward as hell, and I feel like that, you know, we need some goddamn answers. I done been watching this shit this goddamn long. I want to know what the hell is going on. I said that before, and I'm gonna say it again, you know. But hey, my boy just laced us up what we needed to know. I think I'm gonna let this dude play, but I don't know, man, shit, because I seen some shit the other day. I really ain't even rocking with cuz like that, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. I want to know what y'all feel about everything, though. Do y'all feel like that they were tussling over the gun? Do y'all feel like that, you know, Tory, you know, I just want to know what y'all feel. Fuck all them damn separate questions. Let me know what's up. I'm going to be in the comment section checking out certain things. I'm going to holler at y'all later on another video. If you made it to the end of this video, I do appreciate you. Y'all like, comment, subscribe if you're rocking with me. I'm going to get back to my regular content because this shit right here ain't what my channel is about. I just do straight reactions, which this was a reaction, but you feel me? It's on a whole other vibe. It ain't about this type of shit, you know what I'm saying? But I want to know what y'all feel about everything. I am going to give y'all another update if I see another one, but as of now, that's it. I'm going to holler at y'all later, though.
During direct examination, this can be read one or two ways. Kelsey just testified that Megan was lying on her. This is direct examination. This is the prosecution very early on getting that out from Kelsey Harris. During another line of questioning, the prosecutor asked her, thank you, why were you afraid? She testifies that Tory Lanez threatened to shoot her. Now, why is this so important? She's under direct examination, and she's telling the jurors that she was being threatened by Tory Lanez. Very significant. Then, in another line of questioning, she's asked to elaborate on exactly what was said. She said, Your Honor, do I have to answer that question? I want to invoke my Fifth Amendment of the Constitution. At this point, Her lawyer stands up and says, Your Honor, I need some minutes with my client. They both leave the courtroom, go to a back room, and we're waiting to see what is happening. Now, ladies and gentlemen, there's a production company shooting. Please don't record me doing my job, please. I don't, right. Guys, stand by, because I know you guys shoot a production. You guys got sound on, guys. I know what you do. I've doing this 30 years. I know what you do over there. Come on, man. Don't do me that way. They're trying to steal my content. They shoot a documentary out here for the trial. They start trying to steal my content. This is ridiculous. Anyway, guys, this is significant. And let me tell you what else. The judge said you have to answer the question. And my reading of her testimony from that point on is very reluctant. So what we want to know is, why does she need to invoke the Fifth Amendment of the Constitution during direct examination unless there's something that occurred in that car that she's in fear of being prosecuted for? Are you guys, put a 1 in the chat if you hear what I'm saying. Put a 1 in the chat, because the sun is in my phone. If you need immunity from prosecution, there is a reason. There's a reason. And before the conclusion of, well, it wasn't even a conclusion. When she appeared to be reluctant to answer the question, the judge said, let's break for lunch. Now, guys, we started late. So this is why we literally only had about, I don't know why she is reluctant to tell exactly what happened. When she's being asked questions, her recollection to some very important details is vague. However, she testified that she was in the car. First, she testified that she arrived to Kylie Jenner's home around 3 to 4 p.m. It wasn't a party. It was just a gathering. She said that Megan offered to prepare tacos. They were doing beer bongs. And for whatever reason, Megan never cooked the food. It's not really relevant. However, what is relevant is the fact that she's testified that she was drinking so much that she blacked out. At some point, EJ wanted to leave the party. Everyone knows who's EJ. He wanted to leave the party. I guess they tried to persuade her based on EJ's insistence on leaving the party. So, apparently, EJ tells Kelsey to tell Megan, your wig is coming off. So at some point, Megan agrees to leave. She agrees to leave. And when she agrees to leave, two of them goes to the car. They all get in the car. And before they get, I don't know how far they traveled, but Megan wanted to go back to the house. She said she left her slippers or something at the house, and she went back to the house. Kelsey remained in the car. Kelsey stated on the witness stand that Megan went in the house. Apparently there was some type of, she used the word fight, but they went back into the house. Well, Megan went back into the house. Megan comes back out, and let me get the quote real quickly, guys. Stand by. Yes, EJ's a hairstylist. So this is very important. I want you guys to pay close attention to what I'm about to tell you. This live is sponsored by Ron Dice Collections. February 12, 2023, Ron Dice Collections is having a New York Fashion Week show. And I want you guys to make sure you're locked in. Make sure this is one of my sponsors. I want you guys to make sure you're locked in. Now, what happened when Megan left the house after going into the house? Well, apparently, Megan said to the effect that Kylie Jenner asked her to leave. But she didn't say it in that manner. She says, let me just read her quote. She says, "Bitch, we just got to get the fuck out." Kylie Jenner threw him out. And they apparently drove off. But this time, Tory comes out to the car with Megan. They get in the car. Apparently, there was argument amongst all three of them. Name calling, all kind of name calling, bitches, hoes, etc. When the prosecutor tried to press Kelsey on, well, it appeared that the prosecutor was trying to press Kelsey on specifically highlighting what Tory says about the verbal altercation. She said, no, we all were cussing and saying all kind of things. Very interesting. In addition, when Kelsey was pressed by and when I say pressed, she apparently did not want to be there. This is what happened early on. Hold on, guys. Hold on. So it started out like this. I don't care to be here today. I'm dealing with postpartum depression, dealing with the death of my family. In addition, she says Megan has been telling lies about her. She gave examples of some of the lies that she claimed Megan has been telling about her. Stand by, guys. Stand by. And she was vague on that. She was saying she was telling lies. She was telling a lot of lies about her. And it's going to be real interesting under cross. While we didn't even get the substance of the direct yet, but unless she starts being a little more open and candid, this is not looking good.